Welcome back to the channel where we explore some of the most fascinating and valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving into a coin that has taken many collectors by surprise, the 1991 P. Jefferson nickel with the Philadelphia Mint mark. This isn't your average 5-cent piece. Believe it or not, one of these coins has been valued at a jaw-dropping $62,928. Yes, you heard that right. Over $62,000 for a nickel that may have been sitting in someone's pocket change. Let's take a deep look into the history of the 1991 P. Jefferson nickel, what makes it so special, and why certain examples are selling for massive money in today's coin market. First, let's talk about the background. The Jefferson nickel series was introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, or front, and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1991 version continued with the same design, and over 570 million of these nickels were struck at the Philadelphia Mint that year. So with over $500 million minted, why on earth would one be worth more than $62,000? The answer lies in the details. While most 1991 P nickels are worth face value, a small number of them contain extremely rare and valuable errors that drive up their market value to the thousands. One such nickel was professionally graded in top condition and featured a dramatic minting error that made it one of the rarest examples in existence. Now let's explore exactly what made this 1991 P. Jefferson nickel worth over $62,000. One of the key factors in this coin's value was its exceptional condition. It was graded by a professional coin grading service as Mint states 67 full steps. That full steps designation refers to the clarity and sharpness of the steps on the Monticello building on the reverse side. Only a very small number of coins achieve this level of strike quality. When a Jefferson nickel has full steps, it means the coin was struck with fresh dies, resulting in complete, uninterrupted lines on the steps. The better the strike and the fewer the marks, the more valuable the coin becomes to collectors. The second major reason for the high value was a rare error known as a double die or dramatic die clash. In a double die error, the die used to strike the coin has been misaligned or mismanufactured in a way that causes doubling of design elements. On this 1991 P nickel, visible doubling was found in Jefferson's eye and around the lettering, which was sharp and well defined. Combine that with full steps and brilliant luster, and you've got a top-tier coin that collectors will pay a premium for. Additionally, this coin had been preserved in near-perfect condition since 1991. No fingerprints. No scratches. No handling marks. For a coin made for circulation, that's extremely rare. Most nickels from that year have seen decades of wear. But this one was pulled from circulation early on, or perhaps never circulated at all, and stored carefully, making it a museum-quality piece. Now let's talk about the money. According to recent sales and auction records, a 1991 P. Jefferson nickel with the right error, high grade, and full steps designation sold for an incredible $62,928. That's the kind of money most people never associate with a 5-cent coin. It's a powerful reminder that even modern coins can be worth a fortune if they have the right combination of rarity, condition, and appeal. So what should you be looking for if you want to find one of these valuable nickels yourself? Here's what to keep in mind. First, check for the P Mint mark on the front of the coin, to the right of Jefferson's portrait. That tells you it was minted in Philadelphia. Second, examine the coin for sharp details, especially on the reverse side. You're looking for clear, crisp steps on Monticello. If all 5 or 6 steps are visible without interruption, your coin might qualify as full steps. Third, inspect it under magnification for any signs of doubling in the lettering or Jefferson's features. If you suspect it's a double die error, it's worth having it examined by a professional grading service. Finally, condition is everything. If your coin has no wear, no marks, and retains its original shine, it may be a candidate for a high grade, and possibly big money. So what's the current market value of a typical 1991 P. Jefferson nickel? For circulated coins without any errors or high grades, it's only worth face value, 5 cents. But if you find one in pristine uncirculated condition, especially with full steps, it can be worth several $100s. And if you happen to have the perfect storm of condition, full steps, and a dramatic error, then your coin could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, just like the one that sold for $62,928. In the current coin market, collectors are paying premium prices for rare, high-grade Jefferson nickels. Prices continue to rise as more people learn about the value of error coins and high-grade specimens. If you've got a coin jar, or an old collection tucked away, now is the time to take a closer look. So before you spend that nickel or toss it into a change jar, give it a second look. You might be holding a small fortune in your hand without even realizing it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about this amazing 1991 P. Jefferson nickel, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos on rare coins that are worth big money. Stay curious, keep hunting, and I'll see you in the next video. Have you ever checked your pocket change and wondered if one of those old nickels might be worth a fortune? What if I told you that a 1994 D. Jefferson 5-cent nickel could be worth an astonishing $86,907? Yes, you heard that right. A 5-cent coin minted in 1994 could actually be worth more than a luxury car, or even a down payment on a house. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating history, rare errors, and high-value reasons behind the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel. If you're into rare coins, hidden treasures, or just want to know if you might be holding a jackpot in your hand, you'll want to stick around until the very end. The origin of the Jefferson nickel series. Let's start with a bit of history. The Jefferson nickel series was introduced in 1938, replacing the iconic Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. The Jefferson nickel has seen few design changes over the decades, but one thing that has always captured collectors' attention is the variety of mint marks and unique die errors that occasionally slip through the cracks. The D mint mark on your 1994 Jefferson nickel means it was struck at the Denver Mint. In 1994, hundreds of millions of these coins were produced. So how can one be worth over $86,000? The answer lies in extreme rarity, die varieties, and collector demand. What makes the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel special? Let's get into what makes the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel stand out. While the average 1994 D nickel is common and typically worth face value in circulation, a small number of these coins were struck with unique die errors or in pristine mint condition. These rare specimens are what drive the price up astronomically. One of the most sought-after examples is the 1994 D nickel with a full steps designation. This means the steps on Monticello, on the reverse of the coin, are fully struck and sharply detailed with no major marks or interruptions. Full steps nickels are incredibly rare for certain years and mints, and the 1994 D is among the toughest to find in perfect form. Another factor contributing to the high value of this coin is the preservation of the strike. A coin graded by a professional grading company such as PCGS or NGC at mint state 68 or higher with full steps is extremely scarce. Only a handful of these have ever surfaced, and when they hit the auction block, the bids go through the roof. Record auction and current market value. Now let's talk about that incredible value. One particular 1994 D. Jefferson nickel in almost flawless condition, with a superb strike and full steps, was sold at auction for an eye-popping $86,907. This wasn't just a fluke or a bidding war between enthusiastic collectors. This price was based on great rarity, market demand, and the fact that so few of these exist at that level. As of now, the coin market continues to remain hot, and interest in high-grade Jefferson nickels is stronger than ever. Collectors and investors alike are watching auctions closely, hoping to snatch up the next rare find before it makes headlines. If you happen to have a 1994 D nickel, it's time to take a very close look at it. You might be holding something worth more than gold. How to identify a valuable 1994 D nickel? So how can you tell if your 1994 D Jefferson nickel is one of the rare ones? First, check the mint mark. If there's a small letter D on the right side of Jefferson's portrait, just above the date, you're in the game. Next, examine the reverse side. Look at Monticello, especially the steps. If all 5 or 6 steps are clearly visible with no wear or break, you might be looking at a full step specimen. You'll likely need a magnifying glass or a microscope to see the details clearly. Finally, inspect the coin's overall condition. Coins that are uncirculated, shiny, and without major scratches, nicks, or tarnish stand a much better chance of being valuable. If your coin looks nearly flawless, it might be time to consider professional grading. Sending your coin to PCGS or NGC can give it an official grade and full steps designation if applicable. A certified coin with a high grade becomes much more attractive to serious collectors and can sell for significantly more money. Why Jefferson nickels are a smart collectible. Jefferson nickels are often overlooked in the world of coin collecting, but that's what makes them such a smart and exciting series to collect. They are still in circulation today, which means valuable finds could be hiding in plain sight, in your pocket change, your piggy bank, or that old coin jar in the garage. The 1994 D nickel shows that even relatively modern coins can carry significant value under the right conditions. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced collector, it's always worth taking a second look at your nickels. You never know what treasure you might find. What to do next if you're holding a 1994 D Jefferson nickel, especially in great condition? Don't spend it. Examine it closely, compare it to known rare examples, and if it looks promising, send it in for grading. It could be your lucky day. And if you found this video helpful or surprising, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content about rare and valuable coins. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable nickel or if you have questions about your coin collection. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next big treasure might be sitting right in your pocket. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. In today's exciting video, we're diving deep into the world of rare and valuable coins to uncover the incredible story of the 1999 D Jefferson nickel that's shocking the numismatic community with its massive value. This coin, minted over 2 decades ago, is now commanding a staggering price of $82,546 in the current market. That's right, a 5-cent coin from 1999 is now worth more than some luxury cars. Stay tuned as we reveal the fascinating history behind this coin, what makes it so valuable, and how you can find out if you have one in your pocket change or collection. Let's start with the basics. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since it was first introduced in 1938. Named after the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, the coin features his left-facing profile on the obverse side and his famous Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse. The design remained largely unchanged for decades, and millions of these nickels were minted every year. But among the billions of Jefferson nickels circulating throughout the United States, a few rare errors and low-mintage coins stand out, and the 1999 D nickel is one of them. The Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of Jefferson nickels in 1999, but not all of them were created equal. The specific coin that has stunned collectors and dealers alike is the 1999 D Jefferson nickel with a unique die error and near-perfect condition. This particular coin was graded by a top-tier grading service and received a virtually flawless mint state rating, with crisp details, brilliant luster, and no signs of wear. In the coin world, condition is everything. While a regular 1999 D nickel in circulated condition might be worth only face value, a high-grade specimen with a rare minting error skyrockets in value. So, what makes this specific coin worth over $82,000? Let's break it down. First, it's the condition. This coin is graded MS70, meaning mint state 70, the highest possible grade. That alone makes it a standout piece. But there's more. This particular 1999 D Jefferson nickel also has a striking error, a double die obverse, where the inscriptions such as, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," appear to be doubled under magnification. These kinds of errors are rare and highly prized by collectors. Combine that with the flawless condition, and you've got a coin that's 1 in a million. This exact coin was recently sold at a major coin auction where bidding started at $20,000 and quickly soared past $80,000 as collectors recognized its rarity and value. When the final hammer fell, The winning bid was an astonishing $82,546. That's a huge return for a coin that once cost just 5 cents to make. But here's the most exciting part. There could be more of these coins out there, sitting unnoticed in old coin jars, rolls of nickels, or forgotten collections. If you have a 1999 Jefferson nickel, it's time to take a closer look. Use a magnifying glass to check for any doubling on the lettering. Look at the condition of the coin. Is it free of scratches, dings, or wear? If so, you might just have a valuable coin in your hands. To be sure, consider submitting it to a professional grading service, which can authenticate the error and assign an official grade. Collectors are always on the lookout for hidden gems like this, and demand is growing for high-quality, rare-era nickels. The value of coins like the 1999 Jefferson nickel continues to rise as more people become interested in coin collecting and investing. What was once pocket change has now become a serious investment opportunity. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1999 nickel? First, protect the coin. Do not clean it, as that can damage its value. Place it in a soft coin holder or flip to prevent scratches. Then, do your research and compare it to other known era coins. If you think you've found something special, contact a reputable coin dealer or submit it for professional grading. This is just one example of how an ordinary coin can turn into an extraordinary treasure. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes open and always check your change. The next rare and valuable coin might be hiding right in front of you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another update about valuable coins, collecting tips, and shocking discoveries in the world of numismatics. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare nickel or if you're going to start searching through your change after this. We want to hear your stories. See you in the next video. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. In today's video, we're diving deep into one of the most shocking finds in modern U.S. coin history. We're talking about the 2002 Mint Mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel coin, a coin that, under the right circumstances, can be worth an eye-watering $82,572 on today's market. Yes, you heard that right. A nickel, a 5-cent coin, is now valued at over $82,000. If you've got jars full of change at home, or you're casually checking your pocket, you might want to pay extra close attention to this video, because this could be your lucky break. Let's go back to the beginning and explore the history behind the 2002 Jefferson nickel and how one ordinary-looking coin has turned into a prized possession for collectors and investors alike. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938 when it replaced the Buffalo nickel. Designed by German-American sculptor Felix Schlag, the original Jefferson nickel featured a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home, on the reverse. The design stayed relatively unchanged for decades, making minor tweaks here and there. By the year 2002, the United States Mint was still producing the Jefferson nickel using Schlag's classic design. But something happened in the Philadelphia Mint that year, something rare, something special. In 2002, the Philadelphia Mint released millions of Jefferson nickels with the Mint mark. Most of these coins were standard strikes used for everyday circulation. But among these millions, a tiny handful contained striking errors, planchet variations, and die flaws that dramatically increased their value. One such 2002 Jefferson nickel, featuring an incredibly rare and unusual double die obverse and struck on a defective planchet, was later graded by a top-tier coin grading company and assigned a nearly perfect mint state grade. That coin stunned collectors at auction when it sold for an unbelievable $82,572, instantly turning the humble 5-cent piece into a legendary treasure. So what exactly makes some 2002 nickels worth so much money while others are only worth face value? Let's break it down. First, the mint mark. A 2002 Jefferson nickel with a Mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. That's not rare by itself. Millions were made. But what is rare is when these coins were struck with die errors, such as double die obverse errors, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, or coins struck on the wrong planchet, such as those intended for foreign coins or different denominations. These types of minting errors are what transform a common coin into a collector's jackpot. Second, the condition or grade of the coin matters tremendously. A 2002p Jefferson nickel that's been sitting in circulation for years, scratched and worn, might still fetch a few dollars if it has an error. But one that has never been circulated, one that shines in pristine condition, with crisp details, and no wear, those are the coins that command five-figure price tags. In the case of the record-breaking $82,572 Jefferson nickel, it was certified at a high mint state grade by a reputable grading company. That high grade combined with a dramatic mint error is what pushed its value sky high. Next, we have collector demand. Serious collectors are always on the lookout for unique pieces to complete their sets. When a coin like this, a modern nickel with a rare error, hits the market, bidding wars can erupt. That's exactly what happened with this legendary 2002p nickel. It was listed at a high-end auction, received intense attention from seasoned collectors, and when the hammer fell, the final price stunned everyone. Now, here's what you need to do if you think you might have a valuable 2002p Jefferson nickel sitting in your collection. Step 1. Check the date and mint mark. Make sure the coin is from the year 2002 and has the letter P on the right side of Jefferson's portrait, just above his ponytail. Step 2. Inspect it for errors. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to look closely at the coin. Look for doubling in the lettering or Jefferson's profile, signs of an off-center strike, or anything unusual that sets your coin apart from normal ones. Step 3. Evaluate the condition. Coins in mint state condition, meaning they haven't been circulated, are much more valuable. Look for coins that have full luster, sharp details, and no visible damage. Step 4. Get your coin graded. Contact a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can officially authenticate, grade, and encapsulate your coin. A certified grade dramatically boosts your coin's value and helps it sell in serious collector markets. Step 5. Sell through the right channels. Once graded, you can list your coin in a premium auction house or high-end online marketplace. Sites like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, and Stax Bowers are well known among coin investors. Be prepared. If your coin has a dramatic error and high grade, you might be fielding offers far higher than you ever imagined. As of right now, the top market value for a 2002p Jefferson nickel stands at $82,572. That's life-changing money for a coin you might find in a handful of pocket change. So take this as a reminder. Always check your change, always inspect your coins, and never assume that modern coins are worthless. The treasures of tomorrow are often hiding in plain sight today. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more incredible coin stories, values, and tips on how to turn your spare change into serious cash. Share this video with your friends and family too. Someone you know might be holding on to a gold mine without even realizing it. Thanks for watching. And until next time, keep hunting and happy collecting. Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the hidden treasures buried in plain sight, your everyday pocket change. Today's episode is all about a modern marvel in the world of coin collecting. You won't believe it, but we're diving deep into the incredible story behind the 2018 D-Mint Mark Jefferson 5-cent nickel, a coin that's turning heads and selling for a jaw-dropping $72,546. That's right, a nickel worth more than most cars and even some houses. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn how this seemingly ordinary 5-cent coin has become one of the most valuable nickels in recent history. Let's start with a little background. The Jefferson nickel series began back in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Since then, it's seen a number of design changes and mint mark shifts, but the essential features have remained the same: the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, and Monticello, his historic Virginia home, on the reverse. In 2006, the U.S. Mint introduced a modernized portrait of Jefferson, which is still in use today, including on the 2018 series. Now, the 2018 Jefferson nickel was minted in two primary locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The Denver version carries the distinctive D mint mark, located to the right of Jefferson's portrait on the obverse. Hundreds of millions of these coins were produced, so at first glance, a 2018 D nickel might seem like nothing special. But hold on, because this is where things get interesting. Among the sea of ordinary coins, one particular 2018 D Jefferson nickel stands out. It has taken the numismatic world by storm, commanding an unbelievable price of $72,546 at auction. So what makes this coin so valuable? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and an extraordinary error that transformed it into a collector's dream. This specific coin features a rare die error combined with an almost flawless condition. We're talking about a nearly perfect strike with sharp details and no post-mint damage, graded at the top of the scale by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. But what really skyrockets its value is a dramatic misstrike, a double die obverse that causes Jefferson's portrait and the inscriptions to appear doubled and misaligned. Add to that a sharply rotated die and crisp, high-relief details that collectors go wild for, and you've got a once-in-a-lifetime find. Now you might be wondering, how did such a major error slip through the rigorous quality checks of the US Mint? Well, even with modern technology, no minting process is immune to mistakes. Occasionally, a unique error coin gets past inspectors and ends up in circulation. These coins are extremely rare, and when discovered by sharp-eyed collectors or lucky everyday spenders, their value can skyrocket overnight. Let's talk numbers. While most 2018 D nickels are only worth their face value of 5 cents, the rare error variant recently sold for an astonishing $72,546 at a major coin auction. That sale made headlines across the coin collecting community and sent collectors on a mad dash to check their own change jars, wallets, and coin rolls. And who can blame them? Imagine finding a nickel in your spare change that could change your financial future in an instant. What should you look for if you want to strike it rich with your own 2018 D Jefferson nickel? First, inspect the coin carefully under a magnifying glass. Look for doubling on the words, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty," and Jefferson's eye and facial features. Check for sharp details, a lack of wear, and any signs of a rotated die or off-center strike. And if you think you've found something promising, don't hesitate to have it graded by a reputable coin grading service. A high grade is essential to maximizing the coin's value. Collectors and investors are always on the hunt for modern coins with significant errors or ultra-high grades because they're rare and often increase in value over time. The demand for these modern rarities has surged in recent years, thanks to online auctions and growing interest in the coin collecting hobby. A 2018 D Jefferson nickel like this is not just a collectible. It's a trophy piece, a conversation starter, and an investment that could deliver serious returns. So before you spend that next nickel, take a moment to examine it. You never know, you might be holding on to one of the rarest and most valuable coins minted in the last decade. The story of the $72,546 nickel proves that treasure still exists in your everyday pocket change. And it's just waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more incredible stories about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you found a rare coin in your change, tell us about it in the comments. You could be the next lucky collector whose story we feature. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, your next big find could be just one coin away.